going to check out some more Volkswagens, and we're going to check out some hot rod ones as well, and some customized ones. But I'm loving the campers. I'm absolutely loving the campers. 1972. Doug, how's it going?
Doing great.
Love what you've got here. So nice and clean, and it's very modified.
A little bit, yep.
A little bit, more than just a little bit. Let's just start off now. What have you done here? Because there's a lot.
It's the original configuration that the Westphalia camper came with.
Okay.
But just a lot of things have been updated. They would have came with a plaid interior.
Okay.
And we've updated it to a little more modern leather. The same with the wood grain. Was originally more of a 70s style, so we changed it to a burl wood.
So the layout is the same as it would have been in 1972?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
They would have came with an ice box that you put a bag of ice in.
Oh.
And we changed it to an electric refrigerator.
Oh, nice.
So we keep all our drinks cold.
Yeah. This is a pretty cool fridge. I didn't even think it was a fridge. I thought it was just another storage with drawers.
That's all our kitchen storage.
Okay. You've got a fridge. Now, kitchen, what can you do in this? Can you cook? Can you heat something
Well,
up?
you can, but we always cook outside because in the summertime you don't want to make your bus any hotter than it already is. So we set up a table for our grill.
Okay.
Cooking.
And you've got something on the side as well?
Yeah, that's the bathroom. I'll show you that.
Oh, you've got a bathroom too. All right, let's have a look here first.
All right.
And now at the top there.
At the top, there's a cot here that folds out.
Okay.
It makes a bed up there so one person can sleep upstairs. And then this folds out into a
full
full-size
bed.
yeah.
Very neat. And you've got you had your movie playing there before as well. You've got Bluetooth hooked up too.
Yep. That's my 110 power, but it runs on, I can either be plugged in and run everything, or I can run on the solar power.
Okay, you've got solar panels here.
Yep.
Now that's a really neat idea for camping, honestly.
It'll run itself, keep the refrigerator cold with the solar panels, as long as I'm not camped under the trees.
Yep.
But then we can run on the batteries for about a day and a half.
For a day and a half,
Yeah.
Okay. And you actually have got a little bathroom as well.
Yeah.
So you can really go wilderness and,
Yeah.
as we always say, go right into the outback, right? There you go. And it's got a sink as well.
Yep.
Wow, Doug, you've done this well. This is actually a lot more better than the Portaloos.
Yeah. That's why my wife wanted it.
Oh, good for her. I don't blame her at all. Oh, this is awesome. So where do you travel with your Volkswagen?
Florida's the farthest we've been. Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina area.
Okay, and where are you based out of?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
So you're here, you're local, and okay, nice. Well, I mean, there's so many nice places to go camping here in Tennessee.
Yeah, the Smoky Mountains.
Look over here, look at the backdrop, everyone. And what is it about the Volkswagens that you love so much?
I've just loved Volkswagens all my life. Me and my brother have always had buses since we were 17 years old.
Okay.
This is my fourth bus.
It's your fourth bus?
Yeah.
And have they all been Volkswagens?
Oh, yeah.
They've all been Volkswagens. Oh, that's awesome. And the paint, did you paint it?
Yes, I painted it.
That's pretty cool because a lot of people take it somewhere to get it painted.
Yeah, that's getting real expensive anymore.
Yeah, you got to learn to do it yourself.
Yeah.
No, absolutely love it. And you've got the awning out here, complete with little lights.
Yep. And it all rolls up in that storage bag.
Okay.
So it doesn't take up any storage space inside.
Very cool. Very
new.
cool.
We just got these matching tent stakes.
Now, I wanted to see the back. Let's have a look in the back. Yeah, this is why I wanted to see it. So back in 72, they had these options here.
Mm-hmm. This is the
more
original
storage.
cabinet. Over here would have been the spare tire.
Okay.
But I moved the spare to the front and had this cabinet made.
Wow. And that's just for storage again?
Yep. Well, it's on my electronics
Okay.
for the solar system, power inverter and all that.
And that's the other half of the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense. Love it. Very cool. Complete with a nice little lantern just to get that nice vintage look. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you.
Thank you. just love running into people who know me and then they love the channel. Wanda, what is it about Rana's Radar that you like the most?
Well, you cover things well. You're not in a big rush. You take your time. You explain things, and plus, you got a personality for it.
Oh, I'm
do a
so
great
happy to
job.
hear that.
We love to watch you on YouTube.
Well, I have a good time with it. So,
Yes, you can tell.
so you know,
I liked you when you was riding the boat down in the rod run.
Oh, did you like that one?
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that was.
That was a lot of fun. Now, Wanda here has got that 2012 Beetle that I said I wanted to have a look because we've been looking at a lot of the classic Volkswagens, and then it'll be good to chuck in one of the later model ones and see if there's any much differences. And then she tells me, well, I just bought another one. Wanda, what have you bought now?
I bought this little Beetle. It's a 1971.
1971.
And I've been looking for one for a long time.
Okay, let me have a look at this first. You gotta love the color. You gotta love the color. It is so cute. 1971. How long were you looking for one?
About 3 years.
And why?
Because I want to park the 12 in the garage, and I want to drive this one around.
You want to drive
And
this
I like
one?
a 4-speed, and it's a 4-speed.
You know what I love the most about right now? I was coming over to you to have a look at your later model
Right.
Volkswagen, and that's what I said we want to check out and see what the difference is. But this is so cool because now you've got a love for classics, and then you've also got a late model. So what better person than to tell me what the difference is and what you like and don't like
Right.
about the two different types.
Right.
But hey, let's have a look here first. I'm loving the interior.
It looks like Vera Bradley, doesn't it? Sort of, kind of, sort of.
I love Vera Bradley.
Yeah, it kind of gives you that.
My diaper bag first one was a big Vera Bradley one. Look at this, everyone. And it's got even a little cushion back there. Nice. Loving the headliner. And she just bought this today. Isn't that spontaneous? I think it's very spontaneous.
All three of them run together.
You're so spontaneous. I absolutely love it. Do you do this often?
I do. I love life. I'm getting older, and you know, if you don't do things while you feel like it, you may not be able to later. So that's why I look at it.
Well, here I am running around like a crazy woman at all these car shows.
Enjoying yourself.
And I'm enjoying myself, so
But you do a
good for you.
fantastic job. Like I said, we watch you all the time on YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support from you and from any single person out there who's watching and supporting me. I'm loving this. It is so different from what you've got. And I love the headliner, that carpeted headliner.
Oh, I know. And it's indoor and outdoor carpet. Looks like it's indoor and
Yeah.
outdoor carpet. It'll wear well. Of course, I'm going to take care of it. I'll take over like I do that one. But
Are you going to do anything to it?
no, it don't need anything. I
You
mean,
don't need
it's drive ready.
It's already, it looks good.
He was one of the guys that ride around here in a little dog.
It's all ready. It's all prepped. Yeah, you don't need to do anything with this.
No.
And you're going to park your 2012 and drive this around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, have you driven a 71 before?
No.
Okay. Did you test drive this at least, Wanda?
No.
It runs.
I have no doubt it runs. It looks great.
We've talked to a lot of people around here. She knows a lot of people. And she
Yeah.
comes to a lot of these shows,
Yeah.
and there's such good people here. And
Well-
so we talked to a bunch of people up there. We talked to some guys that know a lot about Volkswagens, and they give it a thumbs up. So.
Well, I love that and I have no doubt. But the reason I asked is I was going to ask you what the drive is like between this and your 2012.
Well, it's going to be a little bit different
Yep.
because that one's going to ride a little more modern. This is going to be a little bit more rougher, but I love it.
But you needed to have
I
that
love
little
it.
bit of rough on the edges,
Yes.
right?
Need to take her for a ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I do
Me
need to
and
take
you need to go for a ride.
Yeah, we will. We'll go for a ride in it. But yeah, when I get it to Coop, I'm from Coop. I'm in Randy. It's Randy. It's my husband, Randy.
Yep, I met Randy.
How are you doing
Good.
today?
But we get in
Beautiful day.
Coop.
It's getting warm out here.
It is, but we can't complain, and that's what I was telling another gentleman. You know, we were complaining that it was starting to sprinkle and it was overcast, and now we're complaining that it's hot.
I had to put this on because my back was getting burned.
It's hot now, but it's beautiful because now we can see all the colors
Oh yeah.
of
Yeah.
the cars.
But yes, I'm tickled to death with my Volkswagen.
Oh, I'm
Both
so
of them.
happy for you! Congratulations!
Thank
I'm
you,
really happy.
thank you.
But hey, why don't we walk over now and
Okay.
have a closer look at the 2012?
Will you shut that back?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. I love that. You're so spontaneous. This is awesome. And why the Volkswagens for you? Why do you like them so much?
Well, because one thing, they get good gas mileage, and I'm a small person, and I don't like big vehicles. I can put my bug anywhere I want to put it.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm a small person and I like the cars to be bigger.
Oh, you do?
Oh, we're supposed to go through the
I don't know. Of course, I bought this in 2012. I bought it in Knoxville at Harper Volkswagen.
Okay.
I decided to buy me a Volkswagen. I went up and found this one. And it's got a lot of features that I like.
Very different.
It goes 160 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's got a lot of things in it. Like you can change all the lights from blue to red.
The headlights or?
No, the interior lights.
The interior
and
lighting.
See, what they did on these new Volkswagens, guys wasn't buying them.
Okay.
So they took the bud base out. Okay. I put mine on. But where they'd sell to guys, it'd be more appealing to guys and gals.
Yep.
So, and it's
very modern, luxurious, leather, but it's a completely different look.
Yeah,
to
and
the
it also
classics.
this particular one that I got, it also you could change gears in if you want to.
Okay, so it's both.
It's both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a big hatchback. It's got a lot of room.
A lot of room,
You
isn't
can
it?
lay the seats down and haul things in it if you want to do that.
What was the year they changed over, if you know, Wanda, from the
Honey, I really
the
don't
engine?
know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Hey, that's something I want to find out.
Hey,
When did the engines
Mr.
go?
Bean!
Mr. Bean. You gotta love Mr. Bean. I'm not British, but I do love Mr. Bean.
Yeah, and I've always had European-made cars.
Yeah.
They're heavy. This car's real heavy. It hugs the road.
Mm-hmm.
If you drive them, it's a real easy driving car.
Okay.
But we enjoy it. We sure do.
Well, I bet you do, and I'm so happy for you, and I'm so glad that I met you.
Well, I'm glad we met you too. You're just fantastic.
Thank you so much, Wanda. Hey, enjoy that classic now.
Okay, I will. honey.
Thank you.
so much.
Not sure if you guys remember this. I certainly do. I loved it. Saw it at Summer Nights Cruise, and it belongs to Randy, who's the president of the Central Kentucky Volkswagen Club, and he's the one who told me about Circle Yer Wagons. Randy, how are you?
I'm doing good.
This is a great show.
It is. It's really big this year. A lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and I'm glad you told me about it because I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And how long have you been coming here for?
Probably 20 or 25 years. That's the promoter guy right there.
He just wants to be on camera, I think, now. Now, Randy, we love your pickup, and one of my favorite things is the side drop.
Yep.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can.
Let's drop that side because it just looks so cool once the side gets dropped. And what year was it again? 69. Now you guys can see the full interview with Randy where he tells us about the club, as well as we look into detail on the Summer Nights Cruise video, the 150th show of Summer Nights Cruise. That's the video that you will find Randy and the full interview. But this was one of my favorite features, and I was looking forward to seeing this truck again. It's just it's a completely different look, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Once that gets dropped.
You remember I told you at Summer Night Cruise I've repainted it and
Yes.
put the black on it and just kept adding stuff. Got rid of some of the red inside. And
So what have you done to it now since I saw you last?
well, I painted the whole truck. The motor's been rebuilt, different transmission.
And is the black added new?
Yes.
That's what I
and
thought.
I changed the taillights. It had the wrong taillights. And I
Okay.
put the panels in and changed those because I wanted it to be. I took the red carpet out and put a black rubber mats that it's supposed to have and put the black door panels in it. Just to kind of tone down the red because I really wasn't real crazy about the red, but now I kind of like it. So
It looks good. It looks good, and I love what you did with the black and carrying it over onto the border of the
and then
bed.
I left the top white because I thought, well, you don't see them tricolor, so I thought I'll just do it like that.
Definitely stands out. Definitely stands out. Love it. Central Kentucky Volkswagen Club. Do you guys meet up? How often?
Once every 2 or 3 months. We used to meet every month, but we don't really have a need to get together. You know, this guy's in the club. You know, we got some club members here. That's if you remember, he was at our show too at Summer Night Cruise.
Yes, he was the thing. Yep.
So, you know, he comes to a lot of shows, and it's just different people show up, and, you know, it's just kind of one of those things you come when you come.
And is this one part of your club too?
No, I don't know where that. Everybody's looking at that car.
How could you know there's a lawnmower attached to it? Oh, that's awesome. Well, it was so good to see you again.
You too.
I just had to come by and say hi, and
All right.
thanks for telling me about the show.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
I love seeing when the cars are identical and they're side by side. It just looks so much more better.
Yeah, well, this is how we usually park in our shows. You know, my friend Mike and I, we're friends, so
Yeah.
he has a 55 and mine's a 51, so we kind of hang out together, plus have the cars.
And it looks good. It looks good. Every time you've got two cars that look alike and they're side by side, it just looks great. Ed, how have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, blast here today. It's always a blast here. It's always nice. We come all the time. It's a great, great show here.
And where are you traveling from?
Anderson, South Carolina, which is
Okay.
about 3 hours away.
3 hours, but you love this and you've been coming
love it,
for
love it, love it. Been coming for 10 years or more.
10 years or more. And
Yeah.
you've got your 61.
51.
51, sorry.
Yes.
51. How long have you had yours for?
I actually bought this car about 12 years ago, and it sat in the back of my garage, and then I retired from work, and then COVID came.
Of course.
So this was my COVID project.
COVID project.
And it took about a year and a half, 2 years to finally get it all finished during the COVID, but this is basically my COVID project.
We have seen a few COVID projects, so I'm glad you kept yourself busy. And you got
Yep.
something really positive out of it in the end.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of hard work,
A lot of hard
I
work.
did, except for the paint and the interior, everything else on this car I did myself.
How bad was the condition? Now, you just had it sitting in the barn for 12 years.
Yeah, sitting in the back of my garage, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, this car was a drag car back in the 70s.
Okay.
So it was altered in the front and altered in the back. We put in all new sheet metal that we could find and put on it, and restored it back to, quote, the original stock body, and put it all back together. Everything is period correct. Even the parts that I did have to source out, they're all from that area of 51, 50, 51.
Yep.
So it's all kind of the period correct stuff for this car.
And we can see that because, you know, from what I have been learning today through my interviews, you've got the bumper there. That's a stock from that time period.
Right,
The
that's a groove
headlights
bumper, which is that time period to 52.
to 52. And you've got the headlights as well, which are period correct. And of course, the body. What about what do we call that?
We call that a roof rack.
A roof rack.
And this is actually a German roof rack that a friend of mine found and called me and asked me if I wanted it. And yes, because it really, to me, it's a perfect thing that goes with this car.
Yes.
Perfect.
All you need now is a suitcase on top.
Well,
a vintage luggage.
that's what my wife says, and I said, well, I got to do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time.
So when you come to the shows, you put that
Right,
on. Because,
right.
I mean, I don't know about you, lot, but I absolutely love seeing vintage luggages out there.
Yeah, I'm in looking for it, but right now,
Yeah.
dollars is some of the things you got to watch because I got a little bit of money in this thing.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the interiors.
Okay. This interior was from a guy in Germany who takes the real interiors, takes them apart at the weave, and reweaves the carpet and the seat material exactly the way it was original.
Really? So, okay, hold
And
on.
it has the correct headliner. It has the door panels with the
Leather trim.
leather trim on the bottom. So like if you're getting in and when you hit it, it wouldn't tear. So it's got the leather on the bottom to help the scuff.
So this is the original upholstery.
No, it's not it's a copy of the original upholstery. The same color.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the same color, they take and reweave it to that. and it's the exact same as it was original. The same. If you took a piece of this and a piece of the original, the only thing different is because it faded. It's the exact same, stitching,
Feel as well.
feel,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And it has the 25 horsepower motor. It's all rebuilt. It's all completely correct. T-air cleaner, star coil.
And you did all of this yourself, Ed?
Yes.
And
yes.
how do you know how to work on engines?
I actually started at a little guy's shop when I lived in Miami.
Okay.
I was 11 years old. I hung out at the guy's shop, and finally he said, "Do you want to work here?" And so I worked there my whole, I guess you call it high school, and learned from him. He's kind of like my second dad, Taught me everything, and that's how I learned to do all this stuff, is actually working with him and working for him.
Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. And the Volkswagens, you love them. Why do you love them so much?
Basically because it was the first cars that I was exposed to, because like I said, my age. I remember I used to ride my bicycle up there.
Yep.
But then when I was working there doing stuff with him, I learned. So this is the cars that were there, and once you started, then I just loved them ever since.
So it's fair to say that once you sit in behind that wheel, you start driving, it takes you back to Miami.
Oh, I could. Of course, it'd probably take a little while to get there with the 25 horsepower, but
Yeah. But mentally, that's where it takes
yes.
you. It takes you back to those memories.
Yep. Mentally brings me way back. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much, Ed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The dog is wearing a tie-dyed shirt. Look at the artwork that's involved here. Pete, how are you today?
Huh?
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
This is your dog,
This is my dog.
and his shirt is tie-dyed,
Tie-down shirt, yep.
and there's
Yes.
so much happening with your van here. For starters, 1962, did you say?
64.
64. I'm loving the colors.
Thank you.
Let's start right at the basics. How long have you had this for?
I've had this 12 years.
12 years ago, what did it look like?
It looked rough.
It looked rough.
It was very, very bad shape.
Didn't look nowhere near as pretty as it does now.
No, we completely restored this thing from the ground up.
Okay. Let's come over here. I'm loving the colors. A lot of airbrushing, you told me.
This was all like what they call airbrushed.
Airbrushed. And you did this all yourself?
No, I had a friend of mine do this.
So tell me about the colors and what inspired you to go down this route?
I wanted something different,
Okay.
and I wanted something that somebody might have done back in the 60s or 70s, Of course, back then you would have done it with an aerosol can, so
Yeah.
we just kind of wanted to redo that. So we just put artwork on it from the 60s and 70s, basically. Got the
Okay.
yellow submarine on there,
Got the yellow submarine.
the tie-dye on the door,
Now this is very this is very interesting. I wonder how they would have been able to get this pattern right here. Very interesting. Gives it such a cool effect. And they actually drew the submarine.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the artwork, and then I laid the artwork out on the bus, and then a friend of mine took the airbrush and painted it.
I love the curtains.
My wife did those. I can't take credit for those.
Well, she did well, because I'm definitely going to have a look on the interiors. And that artwork just continues on. Were you looking for a Volkswagen
No,
camper?
I stumbled across it. Matter of fact, I stumbled across it right here at this flea market. It was parked over there.
Okay.
Then I drug it home,
And what is it about the Volkswagens that you love so much?
I like the bus. Something different.
Gives it just a cool 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
free-feeling feel to it, isn't it? You've got a fair bit of room in here. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Can I step in?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, everybody, have a look at the headliner. Now, do these mean anything, the maps? Hey, are they just places you've been or things that inspire you?
I decoupaged that on there.
You did what?
Decoupage.
What's that?
Mod Podge.
Oh, the podge. I use that to glue my puzzles.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
That is cool. That is cool. Very neat. Very neat. And you got your little puppies around here as well.
Surfboard to match.
Have you restored this back to period correct?
What now?
Have you restored it back to exactly what it would have been like?
No.
Okay.
No, we modified the front suspension a little bit, and then we also modified the engine.
And what engine does it have now?
It's got an engine in it out of a 914 Porsche.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. I can understand how it would fit in. We've seen the 914 Porsches. I've seen one just recently, actually. Look at that. And what made you want to go with that engine?
More horsepower.
More horsepower.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at now, the horsepower?
These things had, originally they had 36 horsepower. This is putting out probably 100 at least.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Well done on that. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Pete. Thank you. As always, I love coming to local shows because you never know who you're gonna meet. And I have met Joy. I've met Joy before, and we always run into each other around Pigeon
She's a car person for sure, and we love cars, so that's where we run into each other at the car shows.
At the car shows, and you guys cover a lot of things around Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. We're in Sevierville today. Awesome place, so many attractions. Joy, we'll start off with you. Tell us about what you do.
Okay, my channel is called Smoky Mountains Blessed, and we're locals here as well, so we do the Smoky Mountains, everything Smoky Mountains all over the area, you know, and of course we do the car shows just like Rana, you know, and we actually do food reviews as well, you know,
That's
and
my
things
favorite
like
part.
that. He loves
People love food reviews.
Yeah. And we do Dollywood and Anarchista and all those kinds of things.
Yep.
Yeah. We also do, because I'm high functioning autistic, nature is my happy place. So I also do a lot of nature things. I actually have a lot of nature things on the channel where sometimes there's no talking at all, and it's just the sounds of the mountain stream or some peaceful music or something like that, you know, and I just put it out there like that.
But Joy, that's good for you because that's very therapeutic for yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Getting that done.
And then a lot of people enjoy that too. There's a lot of people that enjoy that. It's so peaceful for them.
And where we are, East Tennessee,
Yeah.
it's just beautiful. I mean, one of my favorite things is always driving and you just see the mountains and you see the greenery. So you get that on your channel as well.
Yeah.
You guys, you have to check it out. It was Joy Plus Life, but now
it's Smoky Mountains Joy because he does so much for me. Smoky Mountains. But if you type in the whole Smoky Mountains Joy, it'll come up anyway.
Yeah.
But he does so much for me, and so I didn't want it to be just about joy.
Okay.
You know, we kept the blessed part, but we're locals to Smoky Mountains, so I thought made it be what we are and what we do. And then he's my hero. He's also a Coast Guard veteran.
Yep.
And but he has his own channel called Storyteller Donny.
Storyteller Donny, and every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock I do like a Bob Ross type painting, and so I've got like 50 of them by now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all, but and then
we give them away sometimes.
But yeah, we love the Lord. We just loving on people, wanting people to be blessed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, and you can watch the replay if you can't be there on the live stream or
I
something.
do have a Bible study on Thursdays at 8 as well, but that's
It's a
under
different channel.
A different channel.
Yeah.
But you'll see that.
But and he does a little bit of short vlogs on his Storyteller Donny channel sometimes.
Yep.
But he helps me the most on my channel. He
Yep.
does things when my feet, because I had broke my foot, when my foot can't do it, he does it for me.
You guys are
I
an
have a
awesome
gift for
team.
storytelling, so
Yeah.
I just can do it.
You
I don't
guys,
know how I do it.
awesome team. I love what you're doing. You do it together.
Awesome team. Thank you.
You are an
Yeah.
awesome team. You support each other, you help each other out, and more importantly, you're having fun along the way.
Yep.
Amen.
And Saturdays at 7 p.m. we go live
And
every Saturday.
on Smoky Mountain West.
Yep.
You guys have to check it out. There are so many
Yep.
things happening here. Go
Got
over
a
to their
long
channel,
playlist
you
for you
know.
to check out.
Especially when you're coming to the car shows and you're looking for
Yeah.
other things to do. Head over there and check it out.
We drive the Smokies and we don't talk. We just let you watch, like
There
you're
you
with
go.
us in the car.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Thank you
Bless
so much, you two.